Shut up, Meg.
Stop right there.
I'm Pickle Rick!
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Put that there. Okay. I think we're ready enough. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Lego show. We'll get into that in a second. Anyway, so we got Franco Walker here. What's up, buddy? C2S Maurice Walker. Chris is here. Stream Elements decided to show up. Fama, what's up, buddy? Jacques Attack. Maurice Walker. Let's see. JSS Wizard. Bush Doctor. What's up over there on Twitch? Simon Griffins is. I always trip up on that one. Simon is here. Clive C, what's going on? All right, everybody. So, hold on. Let me go ahead. I'll go ahead and get the Twitch music started now. I realized something. Play. Why isn't it playing? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. What is wrong? It's not playing on the thing anymore. Huh. Well, anyway, I guess while I'm figuring that out, I did figure out something interesting with this. I'm trying to do all this with this P320. So all the other Lego pistols I have are fireable. Yeah, they have something they can, like, you know, shoot a Lego, as it were. There we go. Well, the P320 is the only one I don't that doesn't. That isn't functional and doesn't actually fire a Lego, which is interesting because it's one of the only guns out there that will fire itself if it's the real one. So, but anyway, the reason we're calling this stage one, or, you know, whatever, is once this is done, I'm then going to do my first on your own project and set it up to randomly light up an LED and make a noise like every once in a while, because that's just kind of what they do. What's up, Pancake Man? Chris, I made pancakes today, as you should. Someone bloody random, what's up? See, I've only been live for a couple of minutes and Scruff already messed it up. There's a thing in the description that says it's not a Scruff stream unless something goes wrong. So just keeping it real. Anyway, cheers everybody that's showing up and dealing with this. Oh, and also, something else showed up. It's cool, but I ordered the wrong one. So we'll look at that too. But anyway, David Garcia, what's up? Cheers everybody. Fucking P320. All right, why don't we do a vertithermal woofle? Then we'll check out the box, and then we'll check out the self-invigorating pistol build. Anyway, wrong screen. Thermal cam. Why didn't that work? Scruff fire didn't work. That's weird. May not like copy paste. I don't know. Either way, number one. One for Freddie. And Felicia. Even though she's behind me. Set chat on fire. And oop. Very good one. I didn't put much water in that one. The foam came out really nice. That is. Soap all over the place. The Rud Gun. Random unwanted detonation. Yeah, that's another way to put that. The Rud Gun. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Well, except... Alright. Anyway, let's go see what we got. Where's the button? Music's playing. I assume you can hear the music, because supposedly you can. Grab the mouse. Spin the mic. Okay. Oh, I don't... Oh, where... Hold on. I'm going to finish setting this up over here. Ugh. Okay. Set the pew aside. So this showed up. It's weird. So I did verify, and the other two I did order correctly. It's just this one apparently did not. Because I thought I ordered kits, but this one just showed up. As is. I have no idea where to safely pick this thing up at. Oh, I guess that's just a bendy. Oh, yeah, it's one of them bendy sticks. Okay. So we got this one in. I looked, and the other two do actually say kit. It's just this one doesn't. So, at least we have one for display. I looked at the other ones. They do say DIY kit. I just grabbed the wrong one, I guess. I mean, I guess we'll see what kit entails. If that's actually fully assembled with extra stuff or what. I may have just ordered a bunch of the wrong stuff. What do you put in this? Like kerosene or something? Take it apart and put it back together. There's enough pins around here. I'd be curious to see how those pins are fastened. Okay. Well, I don't have whatever fuel you put in here. You had enough of broken engines, so you ordered a pre-built. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Mentholated spirits. Okay. How about that? I think that'll probably work. Tea light? I think a tea light will work. All we're looking for is a small flame, right? And then at that point, take that off since that's very unstable and just put that there. Of course, the problem is you can't really see what's going on. Well, we'll get it running. I'll switch to the other camera view so I can, if it starts to do cool stuff. Let's and put the model horizontal position, move the flywheel to ensure it moves. It moves. Okay. Put the alcohol lamp under. Let it heat up for 2 minutes, then move the flywheel until it starts to move. Matters needing attention. Don't touch hot stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, let's just, we'll go with that. I'll stick that here. Stick the alcohol stuff over there. What's up, Simon? The Griff. Not yet. Because I may actually have to... Because if this is looking for an alcohol flame... we'll give it a couple minutes, see if it works. If it doesn't, I will stick this there upside down to like pick it up a little bit. But the flame's also going to start building up on this, so that should be fine. Alright. Well, that's warming up. Alcohol? Steam? Stirling? It says it's a Stirling engine. Alcohol lamp. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know much about these kinds of engines. And what's up there? Zen, anyway. That over there. Alright, Mr. S is here. What's up, Mr. S? Well, if you can swing back through and do that. Well, it says you gotta let it warm up for a couple minutes. I also don't know which way it's supposed to go. Does it say which way it matters? It says you should clean it. 95% pure alcohol. I got 91, that's whatever. Move the flywheel until it moves. Do not touch the cylinder or lamp. Might have to, oh, the LED's starting to light up a little bit. Seems like it wants to go that way. I'll move this out closer to the end, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if it's doing anything yet or not. Oh, we'll just let it go. See what happens. So one. Every bag is labeled 1. Awesome. And an extra gray piece. Does it say what kind of alcohol? Just 95%? I spin it. If I go the other way, the LED doesn't spin. That's not supposed to be there. How fast do these things usually go? Where's the where did I put the instructions for the pew? We're sitting right here. Oh God. Come on, man. What are we doing here? It's like amateur hour today. Holy shit. Seriously, though, where'd the instructions go? They were sitting on the box. Picked up the box. Did anybody see where I put the... Wow. On the floor. That's not really where they go. How long until a bag catches on fire? I guess we'll find out. It's getting hot. Because it's supposed to be at a very specific spot. Like the center of the thing, puts the flame like right there. What's your heat source on a Stirling? They usually take a lot of heat, but really rip once they get going. Brian Anto, the heat should be right under the end tube. Okay, so we're probably just gonna elevate it a little bit then. Get a little higher up. Guess we'll just kind of do that every once in a while. I mean, I'm assuming that's going to get really, really freaking hot, right? It seems like it's might be going longer. I don't know. Right. Blackwatcher, my father had a Stirling. He built a box with a light bulb in it for heat. Well, that's cool. Maybe 100 RPM, probably lower. The heat should be right. Okay, yeah. Once they get going, they fly. Alright, well. Let's see what happens. Or can I not even get a fucking pre-assembled thing to run? A little bit out of the way. I need space for all these since they're all bag one. I mean, I got, oh yeah, if this was sitting on the bottle, the flame would be on the tube, not under it. So yeah, I guess that really wants to get hot. So let me raise that up with something tape. I mean, do you think it should be like flame on the thing? That's pretty, and that's flame on the thing. Does that seem right? My dad built a Stirling engine powered by Hatia. Yeah, that I have on order. It says it's a kit, like the coffee engine thing. It's going longer. Trying to heat the air in the tube. So we just want that air in there just to be hot. Okay. While I'm dealing with all these, I'll keep checking that. Actually, if we do that, I wonder if it gets hot, if it'll push that piston up. Take the end off where the candle goes. I don't think you take it apart there, Mama. Pretty sure. Candle's going to leave a lot of soot. Yeah, it's fine. Well, we might be getting there. Traffic jam in the bag. Yeah, we'll keep trying it. What's up, Josh? Yeah, I'm not like really know what's going to get too hot when you do this, because apparently it's supposed to just be hot as shit. So if I try to go backwards, it resists, so something is happening. I mean, that's all fine, but I know that tube itself is going to be hot. It also does say, it says like let it sit for 2 minutes. So maybe we just need to let that thing get really, really, really hot. We'll I'll let it sit for a little longer. Let's try and get started this at least. I'm not going to sit here all stream just doing that. From what I can tell, it looks like this is mostly a flat build. way this is going, we're probably not going to be done by the end of the stream. Where's all the shit I already grabbed? All right. 2x10 and one of these front bumper looking things. Yes, there's only one. There can only be one. And we're not going to tell you where it is. I'll let it go a little bit longer. There it is. What in the world? Why does this have 2, 1, 2, 3s in it? There we go. I don't know. All right. Built piece here. It's another 10. 1x8. Shouldn't be too hard to find. And a square. I'll let that go a little bit longer. I am worried about that severe collection of heat, though. This channel, man, like, it's just... Nothing wants to fucking work on this channel. I don't know what the problem is. Fuck's sake. Try your woofler on it. Oh, what's up, Cat Barrett? Well, I got a little busy up here as I'm sitting here all frustrated staring at the fucking... I'm not even grabbing the right fucking pieces. Jesus. I'm like, just like... I mean, we can't... It's not going to get much hotter. That's there. These two go here. Okay, 4. Alright, what's up with chat here? Holy shit. What's up, DJ Bones? If it doesn't work, shoot it with the P320. Yeah, pretty odd. That just means, like, point it towards it, basically. Yeah, I don't like what's... I don't know if that's soot or if the metal is melting. Because there's now a whoop under on the bottom of the fucking thing. Alright, let's just worry about this. Didn't think I'd have to do like fucking in-depth research to get one of these running, but since nothing on the channel ever wants to fucking work the way it's supposed to, I guess that's just how that's gonna go. Okay, that there. Where is a there's a flat? No, that's a weird flat one. Where's a flat one? Flat one. There's a flat one. Flat one. It would get much hotter with an alcohol burner. Does it get hotter with alcohol? You think I don't have it hot enough, maybe? You're out there, Franco? You have a good one. Maybe one day we'll actually get something on here to work. Let me run its rag onto the bottom of this to see if that's soot or melt. Oh, that's just soot. Okay. So it would get hotter with alcohol. Melting metal with a tea light would be... Yeah, that's why I was, like, really confused. Because, like, it's a fucking tea light. I mean, granted, I'm sure there are plenty of soft alloys out there. Alright, well, let's just leave the tea light on it. Like, on it. And we'll just let it go for a little bit then. Okay, and if that doesn't work, at some point I'll get up and go grab that. I only have 91% alcohol, but I guess we'll see if that works. Because they're saying, like, oh, just go buy 95. I'm like, this is America, fucker. Like, you can't just go buy 95% alcohol that I've ever fucking seen. The highest you can find in the store is usually 91. Where, like, in the UK, you can go to the gas station and, like, basically get fucking 99% IPA. Weird. Ah, I need a flat 4. Then I'll look at chat again. Flat 4, that's black, not... Oh no, that is gray. Wow, that's going to be the difference between black and gray. We're fucked. Oh, okay. And then I should put this piece here somewhere. It doesn't really say. But that piece has suddenly appeared. What is... Dude, these instructions are fucking stupid. Like, it's... You're doing two... What in the fuck? Like, where does this piece go? Like, they... Wow. Because they're showing a piece here that doesn't exist. But it kind of exists over here. But this doesn't... Wait a minute. You want me to put it on backwards? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that fits SIG philosophy. Everything backwards, upside down. And... Jesus. Okay. I guess that works. Does that look like that piece? 3 thick, that... Yeah, okay. As far as taking a belt off, there's no easy way to do that without it still being in the contraption, so we'll just leave that on there. Chat, holy shit. I'm guessing soot could be insulating. Yeah, okay, melting metal, yeah. They will get hotter. Well, if they're like women, they will get hotter with alcohol, says someone. But that's, yeah. Doesn't everyone get hotter with alcohol? SC2S. That's also true. From both points of view, it would seem. Let's see if we can get through a step that doesn't suck. 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I didn't think alcohol got that much hotter, but that could be it. Could be it. Let's see, stack these 2. This sits like that. These all line up. Solder can melt over a tea light. Yeah, that's true, yeah. You have to give it a kickstart. Oh, we know. We've been trying over and over again. But it seems that this may not be hot enough. Is that? Alexa, or actually, let me turn these lights on. These Yeah, these instructions are just printed very dark. This helps a lot. Okay. Of course, there's a glare, but that's whatever. All right. That goes there. Okay. Anyway. A good Everclear if you can get it. Used to be able to get it, but they don't, I don't think they really, at least not over here, I don't think they really have the good Everclear anymore. Of course, it could also be that the soot is somewhat insulating it. That's a 2x2 block, standard. It's got a hole in it. It's got nipples on the side. That's standard. Gray double and a gray single. And the tiniest piece in the bag. There we go. I already found it. Good, good, good. You can get 99% denatured ethanol on Amazon. Can be used for cleaning and for fuel. Okay. You have to try that then. What's up, Larry? I see you rolling it. That should run just like that. Yeah, well, apparently the suspicion here is that we're not getting it quite hot enough. Which might be because of the soot on it. Actually. Who said it? Was that Chris that said that? Because there is a significant amount of soot on there. Alright, don't start coming apart on me now. There. Anytime you're ready, buddy, just go ahead and snap on in. Alright, and this goes here. Oh, got a blowtorch. Yeah, maybe. Where's your crack torch? I don't really have a crack. Well, I have a crack torch out in the work van for shrink wrap, but I don't have a crack torch in here. It does kind of seem like it's almost there. I'm kind of moving it to avoid some of the soot. I may have to go see if that 91% stuff works. I mean, I have racing fuel in here, but I'm not gonna fucking put that on there. I'd like to be able to continue to make shows like out of this office and not out of the burnt remains of the office. Three of those weird half round thingies. 1, 2, 3. And one of those in gray. I have a very small Stirling that will barely start on a tea light. Okay. So that's going to be the issue then. Let's see something there. I'll move it around a little bit, knock some soot off here and there, and see if moving it back and forth will get it hot enough to something. Look at that. One black nipple pincher, single block, and a gray single. Here's the gray single. Oh boy. I love looking for single pieces. There it is. No, not that one. Oh, I need a single black one too. Oh. And the gray gets the gray. So gray goes there. Two individual black ones go there and there. The forfer doesn't fit right for some reason. Why doesn't this fit? And this, they think, is going to be all the way over here. This is directly opposite of that. There's nothing there that should be in the way. Hold on. Let me see something here. Does this still come apart? Yes. Ah. That goes like that. Okay. This back. That back. Yeah. Back to here. Alright, where's the big chunk? Okay, so this should go there. Good. This goes there, where it does and the nipple pincher goes underneath that one. Push everything together. Okay. Fucking hell. Oh, did something just fall off? No, okay. Oh, that was me moving stuff. Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to get alcohol because this doesn't seem to be working. All right. A lot of soot right there. Oh. Obviously, it's going to be very hot, so if you ever do this, be very careful. Okay. Make that back. Alright, so I'll get alcohol for this thingy here soonish. Before the end of the stream, at least, we'll give it a shot. You could try tenting it with foil to contain the heat. Yeah, we'll see. The tea light had a wider wick for 2 flames. Yeah. Say, I have another tea light, but they can't get close enough together. And I don't feel like doing... Ooh, I guess that was wax. Because I don't feel like doing... Oh yeah, there's a trail. Oh, great. It's all over the Legos, too. Fuck me. Cool. That'll make that fun. Okay. We are here with all the waxy stuff. Alright, we need 2, 3 flats, 1 gray, 1 black. Black one, a gray rampy bit. Thought I held that pretty evenly, but I guess not. Gray rampy bits. Really don't understand why they spend the money to print numbers on the bag, but they're all 1. Just don't. I mean, like, are they literally finding people with surplus bags that say 1 on them so they can use those? I don't know. Seems a little weird, though, but we constantly run into that. 2 black single, well, black single standard and a gray single standard. And there's a pair, black and a gray. And the same thing as for a one shot. One there, one there. Yeah, the flame was on the thing. Like it was just hold an ice cube on the radiator fins. It's all about delta. What radiator fins? There's no radiator here? We'll get some alcohol. I'll try 91% anyway. Guess that also means I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this through the hole. Oh, it's not. No, no. Alright, we're just doing 800 things at once here today. Right, I forgot. Magnetic trays also leave stuff on them magnetized when they sit there for 2 months. Okay. At least that's in. Stuff that in there. I'll go get some alcohol shortly. Yeah, okay. That should be a lot less soot, so no less insulation, a little more heat. Word. We'll get to that soon. This what are we doing here? Gray, black, gray, gray, black, black. Smack that on there. It's the B1. It's some diesel or jet A1. Like I said, I got race fuel behind me, but I don't know how well that would work, and I don't want to find out that it didn't. One of these and those, but skinnier. And the right orientation. Wax, 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 wax everywhere. Ooh. To you, where the fuck are you? There's another one that's backwards. That's concerning. Oh, is this one right? Oh, there's a correct one. That means the other one's in this area. There we go. Okay, what are we doing now? And a single black. 2 of these flats. All right. So we're taking this. And that. Oh, we're going to take that. This one there, and this one there. And just don't forget it's, oh right, yeah, if it's an alcohol burner, it's not going to be very visual, is it? Where'd the thing go? Oh, there we go. There, that's there. Okay. Well, we made it to step 9. Isn't that amazing? Jack, where you need to fill a bottle this time? What? Fill it with Jack. Let's see, what Jack Daniels do I have in the house? I got a bottle from 1903. Not opening that. And a couple other like collector's bottles. I don't actually have any Jack Daniels in here, and I don't really see the need for it anymore. That's weird. Anymore. I'm good with that. Yeah, okay. I'm like, what is this trying to tell me? What you trying to say, boy? Timmy in the well again? Alright. Some of these are a little weird. You're going back to back instead of like plugging stuff in. Another one of them big Frenchers. What's that? 3 more wedges. Black. I feel like they were over here. Maybe they weren't. I think the gray one was at least over here. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. There's the gray one I'm going to need. Nice find there. I need a flat. Oh, okay. Here's some magazine to help you fill up with the jar. Polish stainless steel Legos would be cool. Sometime smoke. That, I got a feeling the points would be pretty ouchy if we were to, do something like that. That's there. That's here. So that's the bottom. There. Here. It's like solid, but like if you just nudge it the wrong way, half of it wants to come apart because it's 2 halves that are back to back. And maybe that'll get better as we go. 2x8, 1x3. And look at chat. Actually, about to take a fucking minute here. Holy shit. With those instructions, it's amazing you're on step 9. They're not bad once you... The beginning is really weird with bit 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 with 2 3s and like... I don't fucking know. Oh shit. This is gotta go. Oh my god. This has to go first. I'll check out that wub wub in a moment. But yeah, I need to take a second here. Okay. What was the wub? Give a toast. C2S. Thank you, sir. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out through this chaos. But as we've discovered... Oh, it figures that one is actually labeled. I don't really need that on there. Okay. Anyway, as we see, I should probably stick to genuine Legos. Because this shit, it sucks because there's a lot of stuff the Lego doesn't make. Although I was looking at the Enterprise that's coming out. I am going to, as soon as that's available for pre-order, the 1701D. It's only like 3,000 some pieces only. But I'm kind of hoping they make a... I know there's a gigantic one out there, but I think it was a mock of like 30,000 piece 1701A. I don't know if they would ever release something like that, but a lot of people are saying if this first Enterprise sells really good, then they're probably going to do a shitload more stuff, because they haven't really tapped into the Enterprise or like Star Trek stuff that much. So I'm definitely going to help with that push. And then once that's done, we're going to bring that fucking B-2 bomber back up here. We're going to see what we can do to make it close enough. We're going to put glue all over it to kind of hold it together. Sorry, looking for a flat 3. And then we're going to hang them and make it look like the B-2 was shot down by the Enterprise. if we can get it together enough to make it look like that. 3 gray flats. I feel like that was over here. It was. Did I get that already? Yes, okay. Gray wedgie ramp. I thought that was... Oh, those are stuck together with all the wax. Next, I thought that was in this. Yeah, right there. Okay. Gray twofer. Black single. Lots of gray single. Black single. 2 gray singles. And the smallest piece in Lego. The original first one I found was over here. Or one of the smallest pieces in Lego. I hope I didn't blow it away when I went. Oh, there it is. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one of the smallest standard pieces in Lego. It's got to be in the, quote, top 10. I guess that would be more like the bottom 10, but you know what I mean. Black one there, gray one there. This goes here. Yes. There, that goes there. This goes here. This little guy. There. Huh. That would burn with a nice cherry smell. What's that? This stuff? Which stuff? Jimmy is in the well because I pushed him down there. Yeah, I think Lassie may have secretly been evil. Let's see what it was. She, but it was actually a boy. Is that it? Right? Or was it a boy, but actually a girl? No, it was. Oh, I forget which. I mean, I haven't watched that shit since I was like 5. But I know it was in the show, it was one sex of doggy, but it was actually played by a different doggy. Well, sex or whatever. Where's the other flat black? I think that, yeah, there it is. Very far away. Oh, and we need those other wedge pieces. Those 2 backwards ones and the thick version. Where's the thick version? There it is. Nope. Nope. Thought I had it close by, but I guess not. Oh yeah, look here. So these pieces, but without the side things. These are the pieces I need to get a hold of to put suppressors on all of my Lego guns. Bunch of these and just line them up. But anyway, let's find that piece we're frickin' looking for. I have no idea. I don't see anything that resembles it. Oh, and Chris, cheers. And everybody else. Are we seriously missing this piece? Have we officially been short any pieces on this show yet? I feel like we've always found them. I mean, if I have to go back and finish the handle later, that's fine. Because that's not that's just a surface piece. Like, in case it's in here and it's just stuck to another piece. Or we'll just have a 320 that you can only display in one direction. I don't know. I will put the pieces I have together. Oh, wait. Oh, no. I fucked that up. We didn't need the extra thick piece. That's why it's not here. This is a symmetrical build to the other side, but apparently without that one piece. So that was a fun waste of 5 minutes. And that was my fault. Yeah, I guess we're... Is this the magazine end? Since this doesn't actually have a magazine. Okay, we can set the hand. I'm guessing this is. But it looks like we got something going down there. Guessing the P320 has rounded bottom mags for some reason. 2 flats, and then I'll look at chat. 2 flat, then chat. 2 flat, then chat. The female, oh, okay. It's continuing the mission in big quantities. Worf was always a bit trigger happy. Yeah. I'll smoke on 420 next year for sure, says Chris. Well, there you go. Lassie was a girl. Tradeism, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah, I know it was because female dogs are easy. I guess that would kind of make sense. Is that like a hormonal thing or a male, quote, dominance thing of resisting training? I don't know. I think part of the reason, or actually, I think most of the reason why I get so frustrated with these builds is because we're here to chill and relax. And then I get hung up on a step, whether it's my fault or the instructions fault, because it does go back and forth. Like, I know we're all here trying to chill, and then if I start getting all super frustrated, that kind of kills the chill of the stream, and that just frustrates me more. So I know that's part of the... Wait a minute. Oh, I see. Because I've realized that if I'm building something and I'm not on stream, I don't get nearly as frustrated with stuff like this. I think it's just because I'm just worried about killing everybody's chill or whatever, you know what I mean? Of course, and again, of course, there's the whole, you don't want to look like a moron on stream, but, I mean, just me showing up pretty much does that, so that's not so much to worry about. Okay. Yep. Now this needs a regular flat. There we go. And 2 half-round flats. What was the story of the B2? The B2 is in a holding pattern, and it's not in a box. It's sitting on a table down there with all the fucking pieces and like sub-assembly. Remember how we had like fucking like 20 little pieces of like this and this and this because we knew it floated somewhere? Like, yeah, that's all those are all just down there sitting on a table. Every time I walk by it, I flip it off. Like, no shit, I just walk by it and I do that every fucking time. So the B2, there, Top Smoke, was our first giant, like, expensive purchase. It was 463 bucks. That's how important it was, at least to me. 463 bucks for a 6,900 piece Lego set. Like, going big time within the first few sets of messing around. It had the absolute fucking most horrid instructions. Like, there were literally times where it would show you, like, the piece sitting here, and it would tell you to install your next piece here. And then it would move on to like some completely other things. So like you had to have, it was probably close to 40 pieces we had in holding somewhere, to the point I just threw them in a pile and I said, if it looks like we're missing a piece, we'll check the fucking floaty pile. And then like the final straw was, there was a length of the top surface, like the smooth surface, that was, there we go, which was a bunch of strips like this. And the problem was, they were only attached to the entire B2 on 2 studs on the end. Strips like this. And then they had tons of little pieces on them. And it got to an episode where I spent 3 hours and we got a total of maybe 20 pieces on. And then that just fell off again. And I just basically, we just kind of came to the conclusion to like, fuck this. This obviously isn't going to work. There were also steps where there'd be like, grab 10 of these, but it would only show you where like 3 or 4 go. And like other people had the directions. It was like we were all looking like, what the fuck? I had people flipping pages forwards and backwards trying to find clues of where shit goes. Like it was a nightmare build. We spent, I don't know, almost somewhere around 3 months on it. I maybe got halfway through it. And that was with, you know, floating pieces and all kinds of missing stuff and assumptions on where something might go. It was an absolute nightmare. Like, the only way I would ever recommend that being purchased is if you wanted to give it to someone you fucking hated. Like, they should buy, you know what? You know what they should do? They should buy B2 bomber fucking Lego kits for people in jail and say, you have to put that together. Dude, you could give that to a fucking lifer and be like, you have to put that together before you get out, and they die. They would all die in prison. It's like, the fact that it's going to presumably be hanging in the office again is also a little bit of a for me, because then I gotta look at that fucker. But we get it set up good so it looks like it's actually getting blown up by the Enterprise, then that'll kind of make it worth it. But we are going to have to get some more skin on it to make it look yeah, let's make it look half decent. At least skin on the bottom, since we're not really going to be able to see the top anyway. What I'll end up doing is like turning it so you can't really see the top. Like, you know, the wall corner, upper corner will be like over there. And I'll turn it so you can't really see the top, and we'll see if we can get some skin on the bottom. And if we can't get any, okay, if we can't get any skin on the bottom, then we can just flip the fucking thing upside down like it's just doing a barrel roll as it's getting blown up. Oh, so yeah, that's the that's the story of the bomber that bombed out pretty ferociously. And it's the disappointment is that we, all of us, because I even put in on that one as well to help like top us off. But we all put money into this thing that was supposed to be cool as shit. It ended up being not cool as shit, just shit. So it's, you know, it feels like we all wasted a bunch of money on it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty fucking close to like turning memberships and shit off because of that. Because I was like, if this is how it's gonna go with Legos, I don't want to do it anymore. But we persevered, and now we're not dealing with quite so many issues. And that would be my biggest issue if I ever stopped Wednesdays. I'd have to figure out like when to turn everything off. But not that that's going to happen anytime soon. No worries there. Just something I've thought about in times of severe frustration. And not just like with what I'm building or whatever, but just with fucking life itself. There's been a couple times I've been like, I think we're just going to be done. But usually I just kind of calm down, give it a day, and then I'm all right. But I also know if I were to stop, I wouldn't just stop cold unless, like, you know, I died or something. Because people are donating money to the channel for stuff, and I'm not going to just go away and take everybody's money, because that's not... There's wax. Because that's not the plan. Not what we're here for. 3D print supports not included. Yeah, 3D print supports. There's not enough supports for that. I've said it once or twice before. Like, it doesn't really matter what size YouTuber you are. It's just as complicated for everybody. Everybody's gonna hit the same buttons, gonna donate the same amount of time. Gotta buy all the same equipment. Gotta use all the same software, for the most part. But then you have, like, literally Clive is an outlier on YouTube. And not just because he's tech, it's because he does know, like, he doesn't have much production. He just records and is done. He hits live and then he's done. Like, he comes out with really, really good videos with no production. And because he just, that's how his style works, and he is able to produce really good videos without having to do much work for them. Obviously, there's still work to do. Don't trust me, I fucking know. But that helps, because most of your 1 million subscribers have some sort of setup going on. Clive just uses whatever's in front of him, and it works good. So he is one of the kind of the outliers to that, but anyway, sometimes, man, I mean, we've kind of talked about it a little bit, but sometimes just wanting to turn the computer on makes me want to just go to bed and say, fuck it. But usually, actually most of those times, when I finally do come on here and get to hang out with y'all, everything goes pretty fucking good. And I guess that's just one of those things you forget when you're feeling frustrated or got things going on. But it is an interesting situation where the thing that would help me get through frustration is part of the frustration. Man, I'm just going on about this shit, ain't I? But anyway, like I'm saying, once I get on here and I get to hang out with y'all, everything's fucking cool. Because y'all are all fucking cool. So, it always sorts itself out, but... Of course, I'm not the only creator out there that just goes every once in a while and goes, what the fuck are we really doing here? But... You do not look like... What? Who? What? How does a train eat it choo-choos? New Year's 2063, abandoned house found in Maryland. Appears that the owner was attempting to build a B-2 bomber in the basement. Side note, 43,865 cats found. Yeah, that would, God, what a prison sentence. Damn it. Maybe I should get into politics. The new Lego policy. Lego prison policy. Sorry, I was just getting that wax off. Wax off. Hold on, there's some more wax on that I need to wax off. But not wax. King? Oh. Just get the toilet paper and wipe away. Fresh start, Charmin. So it gets to soak up before the end. Oh, the alcohol. Shit. What time? Oh, where's the mouse? All right. Let's finish this page and then I'll go get alcohol for that. Not to sound mean, but I like it. It shows it's not just me with that stuff fucks with. Yeah, no, and actually, like, there's C2S. Like, I watch other videos and people have problems, and I do the same thing. I'm like, I'm not the only fucking one. And then sometimes it's like, well, I'm not the only one, and you published it. Fucking good on you. Because I generally see, the live streams I watch are usually gaming streams, so it's, you know. Not much to fuck up there, but, you know, something goes wrong with the game, but that's a little different than technical difficulties or content difficulties. Although, like, if you go to play a game and it keeps fucking crashing or the internet keeps fucking up, then yeah, I understand that. Everything's moving. We gotta get more pieces on here. Oh yeah, that's good structure there. Yeah. There we go. Now it shouldn't fall apart quite as easily. Alright, I'll go grab that 91. Should be in there. I don't think I've used it for anything else. Alright, turn the pages. Alright, let me go take a look. Hold on a sec. Alright. I thought I had a little bit in there left. I think it's about halfway up. Actually, it's going to absorb a lot of it and go a little bit more. It's about 3/4 of the way up. Nasty ass thing over there. Alright. I'll let that, okay. Oh, there. So I forgot that I put one of these in the freezer over the weekend, and it somehow did not explode. So it's been sitting out for a while in its insulated jacket, which of course makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. Cheers, everybody. This is my usual. Oh, there's ice inside the koozie. Good lord. I think if Clive actually put effort into his streams and videos, it wouldn't work anymore. Says someone bloody random. No, he's got his format is set. It's locked. Like, he is golden. Yesterday, I robbed the oversized board game store. It was a huge risk that I was willing to take. Oh yeah, Fama, I saw that. I forgot to reply to that. So Fama sent a couple more things in we'll get to take a look at here soon. I actually probably have mail sitting on the front porch. Hold on a sec. Maybe not. I would have gotten a notification. I'm getting like a package or two today, supposedly. I think from Optics Planet, maybe? I don't know. I'd recently ordered a bunch of stuff. Last night I ordered something else, and then I read, okay, stop. We gotta see where this shit lands at the end of fucking the month. Getting a little, that's the thing. It's funny that it's like as soon as you put something on a wish list, like 3 days later, it's like 10% off randomly, and you're like, oh, come on, guys. I'm waiting for the sale, but not that fucking soon. Oh, I do need more of those. I saw in the news this morning about someone breaking into houses and stealing people's stamps and envelopes. They said the suspect is believed to be male. David Garcia, the channel's cool to watch when life gets stressful and see what good Lego sets are out there. Yeah. A big box at your P.O. box. Sorry, tried for smaller, but oh boy. I just realized what that said there, Fama. Alright, I'll stop by and see my boy tomorrow. See if he's working. Okay, that's going there. I'm actually going to be home this weekend. Well, this Sunday. Trying to get a bunch of shit done around the house. It's been kind of getting put off for the past few weekends because I've been pewing. Yeah, speaking of which, that's part of what's showing up is more candy. NASA will be saying goodbye to the International Space Station in 2030. I thought it was 2032. Oh, that's cool. They can just land it in the backyard. That'd be fucking awesome. So, did you hear I picked up the space station? What do you mean? I got the whole fucking thing out back, baby. God, if I could just like put one of the modules out there, dude, I'd just live stream from in there all the time. God, it's tiny. And then, yeah, I do think it's funny that they make Allen keys this thin, and then like are surprised when they strip out because once it's this small, it's basically just a circle anyway. I'm getting all this wax off. Wax on, wax off. Oh, good. About half of that went on the keyboard. Nice. I think that's just about wet. Give that a... Nope, yeah, it is. All right, we'll give it a minute here. Let me finish this mess. Yeah, yeah, okay. So that's there. We need a flat 4. Flat standard 4. There's a 3. There's a weird 4. Not a weird one. All right. That's that. Not there. Not there. I think that's another reason why, especially with these, when there's no bag numbers, I spend so much time looking for pieces, I don't always look up for chat. Sunday. Always Sunday. Watch for porch pirates. Yeah. They haven't been around here in a while, but I've gotten hit by them before. Like, long time ago. But, Lately, that doesn't seem to be much of a thing, especially towards the evening, because everybody's on their porches out here. Like, probably, I'd say, let's see, this block is what, 30, about 30 houses on each side. And I'd say at least 7 of them have people sitting on the front porch every night. So when there were pirates running around, it was usually during the day. But towards the evening, doesn't really seem to be a thing anymore. Well, actually, I guess Alexa. I guess she'll tell me if someone walks up to the front porch anyway. Where is that other piece? They were over here, right? That's where I found these two. Oh, there it is. That doesn't seem right. Something is not quite right. Hold on. Let me separate these two. Let me go back a little bit. That is correct there. And this comes up, goes back to. There is some little. That's 1, 4, and then a step up. This is 1 back. Yeah, that's how I had it. There's a little air gap here. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, these pieces are 1 off. Okay. Okay, so those are there. There we go. Okay. And this goes there. Or no, now all these move back to their respectful places. Yep. Okay, then that goes there. And that goes there. And all these on the back. Okay. Looking up. Right now, we got reprimanded at work for giving out too much information at the parts counter today, trying to blame me for a slump in the service department revenue. Dude, if you're not allowed to give out advice at a parts counter, then, like, that's some fucking dumb shit. Like, that's fucking dumb. We got bing bongs. Hydrate and give a toast. Well, we can do that all at the same time. Oh, yeah, it's top of the hour. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out through the good times and the bad. Cheers. Oh, there's Lockwatcher with an update. News 2032. Boeing commissioned to deorbit the space station. Oh, Boeing's going to do it. It'll definitely just crash. In related news, space station lands on Maryland House, knocking the doors off. 4,365 cats escaped with a leader named Dude. The Dude rolling through the streets. What else? I was getting ready to do something else. All right, well, I'm going to hydrate again. Okay. Oh, that's what I was. Knew I was going to do something else here. It's like the candle or the alcohol burner. Oh yeah, that's a much bigger flame. Holy shit! Like that's covering the entire thingy. Yeah. Okay. I don't even have the cup thing on it yet. All right, now we'll let that warm up. It says for 2 minutes. I'll wait till it says 6:03. That'll at least be a minute. Man, this thing keeps trying to come apart. And hopefully, as it gets more pieces, it'll stop it. Stop it. 3 for locking that piece on. That thing's headed for the Pacific. Ain't no way that thing is landing on land. Well, that's what we're hoping. Ooh. Boy, that is zinging. Oh, that's why that's got a pedestal, because it's moving. Oh, shit. Melting the camera. Yeah, this thing zings. Whew. All right. Easy girl. Easy girl. Easy girl. So yeah, that's quite a significant result. It's a little flickery. Could use a capacitor, but you know. Of course, who knows what voltage is actually coming out of it. Stirling 1 V80 B20, yeah. Alright. So we know that works. Cool. Even with 91%. Even better. I can't really see it. Alright. So that does actually work. Nice. That is really hot right now. Cool. Kind of loud, but I mean, the only reason I comment that is because, you know, not something like I would love to leave that running like during the streams, but that's a little loud to do that. But that's cool that it works. Once we get the other ones put together and we start a collection, we'll get them all going and just destroy everybody's headphones. Yeah, something on the stream actually works. Sure. Now in a few months we'll be building something else. Well, on some of the channel. That goes over there. This goes on top of that. That goes there. All right. Flat standard 4. We're kind of getting low on those. I am glad that Twitch has figured out a way to let you play music. Because it is kind of nice every once in a while just to fucking, like, get into the music a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I say, you know what I'm saying? If some of you have been here long enough, you know I definitely appreciate music when I used to sing. Jesus. I went back and listened to some of them. I'm like, I have no idea why I thought that was even a consideration, because you can't hear what I hear in my head. as I was doing the singing intros, like I could hear everything in my head, not in my headphones, but you know, you hear the music in your head. But on stream, it was bad. Yeah. But I actually have intros now, so that's not so much a problem. Let's take our cum stained fucking brick here. Alright, wax on, wax off. I'm surprised the change in color LED isn't constantly resetting. Yeah, I guess it's just enough. But yeah, I may actually probably put a capacitor on there. I don't want to. Sure, that's still. Ah, that's fine. I'm getting used to dealing with hot shit now that I have a suppressor. I mean, that's all that is right there. It wouldn't be nothing to put a little fucking, like, what, 100 microfarad capacitor across there. Straighten that right out. Hey, at least then we can say we modified it. We didn't get to build it because I ordered the wrong one, but we got to modify it. Shit, if I had a capacitor sitting here right now, I'd go ahead and do it, but cheers. Ugh. Frank at the parts counter sighs, then proceeds to pour whiskey in Stirling engine. I don't know that there's whiskey, strong enough whiskey to light an engine. But way back in the day, on my car's birthday, I would have a shot of Jack Daniels and pour a shot into the gas tank. Every year we shared a shot together. That was my that was my first car. Old ass 87 Cavalier. By the time I was done with it, it was fucking running neck and neck with Camaros, Mustangs, Firehawks, not even Firebirds, but that thing was running with a Firehawk. Nitrous engine. That was a fun build. That was a fun build that worked. That was a fun build that pissed a lot of V8 guys off. Where is this other piece? I'm sure it's here because so far all the pieces... Of course, I mean, obviously the workbench. Never mind. There it is. Okay, there's two weird ones. We got this one here. We need a 4. Matthias is streaming. Alright, just double checking the shipping thing. 4 and a 3 and chat. I look up and I see a bunch of stuff about nipples. Okay, fair enough. Straightforward and exploded view of parts, but some I've seen are fuzzy. I'm still cutting my teeth through the awful parts drawings that Deere gives us to pick parts from. Bombardier was way more advanced with the parts breakdown than this company could imagine. Yeah, it feels like it's the difference. With some of those manuals, it's almost like the difference between a Lego manual and one of these manuals when you're trying to look shit up. I am an ASC certified parts technician. Like the same people that like certify your mechanics. There's that big blue star that you may see, at least in the States. Yeah, I'm certified by them for parts lookup. So I've definitely gone through my fucking fair share of parts manuals in the day. But that's what I used to do. I was a parts guy. Now I'm forklift man. Hey, forklift man. Yo. Let's do that. One of the weird nipple-y blocks with the step. With the step! Is it with the step? It is with the step. This is going to be a second. Let's start over here. Because they probably wouldn't have put it in the same pack as the regular ones that are over there. So there's that. Where's the half thing? My phone is just going fucking crazy. Something got delivered to the P.O. box. That would be something from Fama. Not quite sure what. There's some spam. Never too old for Lego. Some douche nozzle named Scrufdog is streaming. And something from the sexy shaman, which I'll have to talk to him later. Half Moon Black. A lot of gray ones. There's a dark gray one here. Is that? No, that's black. Okay. Nice to know that you're certified. Oh, I'm fucking certifiable, alright. That there, okay. This across the front. And two of these. There. 2x8. 3 furs. Now I'm trying to picture what crime fighting abilities Forklift Man would have. I can't say that one. That might get me in trouble. Yeah, I don't know. Being able to get your ass out of a shitty situation with just a bunch of garbage laying around and somehow making the motherfucker move. Let's go over here. Building a small sub-assembly with the one labeled one. There's just no. Is there anywhere on this that I could use that 3 for somewhere else? Hold on a sec here. What other 3 furs are out there? I really don't. I'd love to not have the name on the side since it's fucking weird. Whatever Chinese knockoff name they auto-generated that particular day. I actually read a big long article about all the weird names on Amazon and shit. Because of how the fucking US commerce works and loopholes and all this other shit. No, it doesn't look like it. Well, there's one there, but that's... yeah, that is the one. Oh, that's right under the... oh, you know what? I'll put it on the one under it. At least it'll be kind of hidden. Then I can hit it with a Sharpie and you may not notice. Because all the other ones are visible. Alright. Chat, what's up? Hey, what's up, Paul Norman? Welcome to the stream. I'm going to have a little sip here. I got my recertification for forklift operation the other day. Passed it with 100%. I've had a certification since 2010. I actually haven't had to do one of those in a while. I forget how long our certifications last as a technician. Or if, you know, they don't really bother. I know I got to get aerial certified every once in a while, but I'm also a certified ANSI inspector and ANSI inspector trainer. That I got to get re-upped in, I think, about 1.5 years. Like, I'm that guy, if you piss off, I can just, like, walk into your site and be like, yeah, all your aerial shit, nah, you're done with it. We're going to need to do a full inspection. When's the last time that was inspected? 2 years ago. Okay. 2 years. 1 year out of inspection. Well, sir, you're not going to see this motherfucker for a while. I've actually done that to someone who decided they wanted to fuck with the wrong person at the wrong time. And their most important aerial lift stayed down for 2 weeks because they wanted to be an asshole. And they figured out pretty quickly why it was down for 2 weeks. Granted, that didn't necessarily change their attitude in the long run, but it did for at least a couple weeks. Got that, I got that. Of course, it also helps if you're doing something like that to someone who is disrespecting the shit out of you. When you can go, when you're asked, hey, how quickly do you need this? And you just go, make it get lost. Understood. That's also helpful too when someone wants to fuck with you. I only had to do that twice in my career. But it was worth it. Assholes. Okay, anyway. I need an... Oh, I got that one already. We got that one there. We got that. We're going to kind of do that a little differently. I once saw a forklift lift a crate of forks. It was way too literal for me. Yeah, I used to have a couple pictures floating around of forklift holding a pallet of forks. I used to work at a restaurant supply house. Wax. Okay. 3 fur. Another flat 3. They wanted us to use the fancy one. We're going to use regular one. It goes right above that. Okay, I got those two. I need that cut wedge thing. One of these and 280 sunglasses. All right. Here we have extra piece. This piece here. That goes there. That goes there. That's already on there, and then this goes. Why does it show another piece on here? Like an entire piece on here already? Oop. Did I miss an entire page of stuff? I apparently did. Okay. Well, luckily that page was just building the other side. All right. Okay. So I didn't, there isn't another sub-assembler in here, isn't there? It's just that, right? Okay. There's that. 3. That goes there. Chat. Hey, chat. Fuck. Let me take a second here, kind of catch up here. Breaking news, a man was admitted to the hospital today with 25 plastic Tory horses in his rectum. Doctor have described his condition as stable. 14mm glass funnel. What are we talking about? Forklift woman is good at forking, most likely. Chris would like to get one of these engines. They're not, I think they're I think that one was like $30. I mean, they have cheaper ones. But yeah, that's pretty neat. They don't all have generators on them, so that may be another thing. Okay. Another order was just shipped. Christ. Oh yeah, chat. When were all these harnesses inspected? Oh, yeah, exactly. When's the last time a tire that's got a little bit out of the sidewall there, bud? Man, them tires are on international back order for how long? 3 weeks? What? There, pick this up. Straight across the top. Forklift man, master of the skies. It's kind of reaching there, Jack Attack. I know where you're going with that. It's a little much there. The master. Not bad there, not bad. And we got another one of these. Yeah, that's right. We'll put that on the bottom again. Yeah. Okay, and then this is here. All right, 3 for flat 3 for should be probably just one more left. Which means finding it may be a interesting foray into the unknown. Ooh. Hello. Oh, there it is. Okay, a 2 wide wedgie. I thought they were here. There it is, upside down. Is that the correct? Yes. These 280 sunglasses. 1 and 2. Forklift man raises above the rest. Oh boy. Forklift man, fork around and find out. That's good. Oh my god. What did the escalator say to the other? Do you need a lift? Put the damn thing on. When it was last inspected, Sala had a weird donut on it, and it had to be there to pass inspection with a serial number on it. Snap. Oh wait, wow. Before those go on. Come on, come on. There we go. All right. Other side. Was working for an electrical company. Had one guy take hours to install a simple sodium lamp. Guys called him the master baiter. My son told me to throw a ball over 100 yards for our dog to catch. I said, that's far-fetched. Found an identical one on AliExpress for 30 bucks. I'll definitely add some caps. Yeah, a cap or two wouldn't hurt. I couldn't quite, I don't know how much you could see it on here, but it was kind of flickery. But I mean, I get it. It's because of the mechanical motion. All right, we got that done. That's the one we had skipped. And now we're here. 10 by 2. You see one of those cradle things. Cradle thing. This thing and 2 single flickies. You mentioned getting more frustrated during a live stream when things go wrong. Do you ever get nervous before going live? Yeah. Not all the time. Like go watch like when you get bored one day, go from like, I'd say from, let's see, Live After Clive from like 3 to like anywhere up to probably 20, 30, 40. You can fucking hear how nervous I am at the beginning of every single stream. And every once in a while, I'll still get nervous before I get on here. Most of the time, Saturdays, I'm just chill. I know we're just doing chill shit. We're not trying to, like, accomplish anything besides just chill. So I usually don't, like, Saturday's usually just a whatever, but every once in a while, especially if I'm having a bad day, or, like, it's one of them days where just everything is going fucking wrong. Sometimes, but not so much anymore. But yeah, it definitely takes a little while to get over. Well, I mean, I guess some people it'll be quicker than others, but it took me a little while to get over. But yeah, you can definitely hear it in my voice in the first, like, it's very obvious, I'll say, in the first few months, especially on Saturday nights. Because when I first, like, the first bunch of Live After Clives, like, you know, Clive was dropping over, like, you know, 15, you know, anywhere from 1,000 to like 1,500 people. So I knew I had to, you know. Why is that? I know I had to, like, you know, not really fuck up too much or whatever. Because people were coming to hang out. But it's a lot easier when there's only like 80 people watching. Obviously not now. That's only on Saturdays, but. Spaceship? We can spaceship. No. In space. That was the wrong button. Spaceship. Spaceship. That goes back there. And that weird piece. Where'd you find? Where'd you go? I need you. Weird piece. And oh, there it is. Okay, and one of these, and one of these, and one of these, and one of these. Do to 42 days just to try and figure out the tariffs before they can ship. Oh, well, yeah, shipping is fucking done. I always eat cereal before bed. Is that weird? No. I used to kind of do that every once in a while. Cereal's fine as long as it's not like so sugary that it like keeps you awake. I have no idea where this music is going. '90s metal classics. Because we all know that metal music will definitely make the classic list. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a flat one. And this little guy. Oh, hi there, little guy. What do we got here? We got 5. We're stacking 5. Alright. Can't believe I was charged with a fee to watch the origami competition. It was pay-per-view. What's up, Mr. S? Welcome back. Chill a Coke Zero cherry and relax. No, if I drink a Coke Zero, I'm just going to be annoyed. Like, wow, I could have been drinking something that tasted good. Okay. Is that different? Maybe. These three. The edge of the three fur. That three fur. Okay, yep, centered up to that. This little guy behind it. It's here. That in the front. Oh, that's. Hey, let's put that anywhere. Cheers, everybody. Plane crashed in the jungle. Hold on. A plane crashed in the jungle, and every single person died. Who survived? The married couples. That would actually make sense, because married couple, after a plane crash in a jungle, married couples would be so loud and blaming each other that all the animals would be like, you know what, man, it ain't worth it. She might start yelling at me. These. This guy. 4 more of those. One, two, and this little feller. 3, 4. Everything's itchy. Alright, better. Where the fuck does this go? That up. Okay. One more, 2 of these. Yes, one more of 2 of those, because that makes sense. And the orange placeholder, which will eventually become an LED. Come on, there you go. There you go. That. Oh, and that goes there. Here, and that. And then our safety orange nub. Because that makes a fake gun safe. Word. Alright, so here's a little barrel. Alright. This little guy right here. Actually, let's grab these pieces. Chat exists. Hey, everybody. Validated cereal before bed. Scrufdog rubber stamped. If that's rubber stamped, not rubber before bed. Yeah, well, rubbers, yeah. Turn and I tell him, fuck you. I mean, hi from chat. I was excited when a girl offered to show me her tits, was slightly disappointed when she showed me her birds. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, though. All jokes aside, blue-footed boobies, they're pretty cool birds. They look like little, they look kind of like little dorks. I'm sure we'd all get along really well. But yes, blue-footed boobies are just fun birds. Well, fun looking, I don't know. They may be total assholes like geese are, but they seem okay. Where's the other one of these? It shouldn't be that hard to see. There it is. All right. Alright, so set that aside. Donk. 4 gray 4s. 2 of whatever the hell that is. I don't even know I've seen a piece like that. That's weird. Okay. Yeah, first time seeing this piece type. Alright, 3 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Forklift man, I pick things up and put them down. That's operator man there, Zen. And then you just got to make sure you use enough derp in there, as most operators, not all, most operators are there for a reason. For everyone's information, Chris says, boobies I called patter in Danish. Patter? Or is that pater? I think that's patter. Yeah, that should be patter. Boobies is patter in Danish? So what do you say? Like, hey, everybody, can I touch your pats? Nice pats, baby. Is that wax? Pax wax? That's Pax wax. Patter Pax wax with the boobs. Two. Yeah, just regular old gray squares. Oh, no, there's one there. I don't feel like I've really seen many of them. Probably because there's only 2. What did the ghost call his mom and dad? His transparents. Lost my job at the sunscreen company, but I'm going to reapply. This is the Guitar Hero soundtrack. Yeah, there's a... Hey man, Guitar Hero was a pretty good game. I had a bunch of them. I think I had all of them. I had a bunch of the DLCs. Oh, wait, we're not doing this yet? Yeah. Yeah. Ah, okay. Well, that's not going to work without another piece there. Ah, I missed it. I think that was over here. At least that's an obvious one. Everything's still holding together here. All right. Okay, that goes there. Next, we need a square 4. Oh, we're probably going to have to finish this up next week. We're still like... Yeah, like we just passed halfway. Good lord. Well, hopefully by next week, the other engines will be here, so we can finish this up and then go right into an engine. An engine that'll probably work. Mm. Mm-hmm. There it is. 2 of those. Two of those. I already got the big, there's 2 up there, so I need that. Okay. Okay. There, that there. Did the previous model end up shooting, or is it just a prop? It was supposed to shoot, but it doesn't work. So I need to... I'm going to put a light attempt into trying to figure out if I can get it to actually, like, you know, shoot its little Lego out. But if not, I'm just gonna... I mean, it's just gonna hang on a wall anyway. But it is supposed to shoot somehow. The instructions are horrible on explaining how that works, but if I can figure out how to get it to work, I'll bring it back on the channel for a minute at some point and look pew pew, and then yeah, move on. I mean, it looks good. It just the slide at this point, the slide on it is completely seized up. So I think something probably came apart in it. Okay, what else do we need? Is it 2 of them? Yeah, 2 of those. Okay. Another wedgie. Gray twofer. And 1 of those. Alright. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Yeah, it's pretty much the 90s. I bought Untitled Goose Game a few days ago. I haven't tried it yet. I heard it was alright. There seems to be a stint of games of animals running around with guns and stuff. I know Goose Game is not quite that, but that just made me like think there's been a lot of games coming out. Like, was it Squirrel with a gun? There's some other thing with a gun. That's their glass piece. Oh, another one of those. Another glass. Okay. There it is. Snapping hard. God damn. That and that. That. That's bridging those. Okay. This is filling that in. Like you couldn't have put a piece in there to fill that gap, you cheap bastards. Alright. Alright. Met a girl who lights up the room wherever she goes. Such a colorful character. Her name is LED. LED. What building in New York has the most stories? The public library. Ba-dum-bum. What am I looking for here? Standard 2. Wedgie 2. Flat 5. I need a gray one. 2 ramps. And one of those blickies. Goes there. This. Come on. Come on. Alright, I got this. This guy here. This guy there. This wedgie on top. That over there. I really should go to bed. It's almost 1 in the morning, says Chris. Ah. Bed. Actually, I didn't go to bed till late last night. Just didn't. I just couldn't. It's like one of those nights I just couldn't switch off. I just wasn't getting tired. For some reason, the house just felt muggier than usual, even though it was exactly where it was supposed to be. It was just a weird night. But once I woke up, I was very surprised to find that I felt pretty okay. So I was like, okay. Oh, is this your fucking? No, that's your red dot. They actually put the red dot on here. I just realized what all these clear pieces are. They are for, well, they're not very well done red dot. We may have to change that. Where'd that other twofer go? I don't think I grabbed it yet. And there's ooh. Just put that everywhere. So, like, there's their little. Like, I'll probably do something with that to actually, like, I don't know. I mean, it is a P320. It may not be worth the effort, but man, who knows? If we get a decent enough pistol, it may get ripped off of here and put on something else. Because that's just that section there. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Just here. Ooh, wait, we gotta. Yeah. Let's get this on there first, and we'll do plats. We need more jokes about library books. They're long overdue. I had to jump out of the stream for a moment to video Lucy being a dog. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of potential material there. Mountain ranges aren't just funny, they're hilly areas. That one goes there. This one goes here. This goes here. And that gets tucked up under there. Okay. Seems like it's holding together better. The handle bit's still weird, but there's no like Lego at that angle, so that's why they're like the handles are always pretty much on some kind of a pivot, and then they just try to tuck in as many Legos as they can to like keep it from moving. Same setup. Take two. That gray wedge. I think the bendy piece was there. Yes. I'm also not feeling too tired at the moment. Yeah. I took about a half-hour nap today. So I got a feeling I'm going to have to... I'm going to take a little while to wind down. This evening. Oh, coming pretty soon, actually. Yeah. Alright, let's finish this page. We'll fire that back up. And then we'll get ready to go. Actually, I'll just go ahead and... Well, actually, it's going to get loud. I forgot. So we'll finish this step. We'll start next week at 50 and probably have the other engine kits here. Oh, wait, so I need 3 of these. 1, 2, 3, and a standard block. Two of those. And you get one, and you got one. Where's the other one? Right there. Let's do this. Tweet. Almost looks like the breach flag or something. Alright. Okay. So here's where we're at so far anyway. Got a little kind of red dot. Basically just mostly just gotta finish. It looks like I guess the slide and the trigger and actually there's a decent amount to finish. Alright. Put that there. Let's light this. There it goes. Alright. Let me start moving stuff back over here, and then I'll pick this up and hold it like over here in front of the camera. Have you had or made Ohio chicken sandwiches? I don't believe so. Well, it's going to be hard to plug the light into it and hold it up at the same time, so we're going to have to forego that part, but this is probably warmed up enough. It's chugging. Ooh, yeah. Good call. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the mouse? Oh, that's back. $190. got a little, well, not really. Most of the noise is just kind of from like loose floppy bits, I feel. That thing's moving a lot faster than the camera makes it look. When I roll, I make the cone around a 3D printed conical stick. I always make it inside and rip out the excess. That way it burns more evenly. What are we burning? That's cool, dude. I'm glad that was easily sorted by just grabbing that alcohol and it wasn't like just some derpy, broken thing again or whatever. Alright. 25 ripums. That's, yeah, definitely going faster than that. That's a cool little dude. I guess we'll see what the, I'll check tracking numbers on the, actually, while we're here, let me check the tracking numbers so that we have an idea of, let's see, where that was engine DIY. Let's see, DIY.com. Log in. Why isn't it? Oh, I must have ordered it on Chrome. Let's see. Engine. No. Maybe I didn't. Where? Okay, where's the email for it? Engine DIY. This order has been confirmed. View your order. They are scan with your phone. Why? I don't track order with shop. I guess it's out. Shop will send you real time. It's a fucking app. I'll see what I can come up with on that then. I'm not adding another app for Chinese shipping company to my fucking phone. I'll see what I can sort out on that. I'll go through and index. I gotta take tonight and quote, and what I do, I call it indexing my tracking numbers so that I can see what's coming when, what to expect, and like the last 3 of the tracking numbers so it's easy to reference. That's a cool little burner thing. I'm guessing that's pretty much just all going to evaporate overnight or whatever. I'll probably end up running it again today. 17 tracks good, but they don't even give you the tracking number. It gives you a QR code to install the app, and then I guess it's in there. I'm like, it's okay. All right. Yeah, top of the hour toast, everybody. Cheers. Yeah, Fama, looks like it got there. I got the notification, like, I don't know, what, an hour ago. So I'll get it tomorrow. Have to sort that out with time at work. I am going out to Hunt Valley tomorrow. Going out to the OG, old school McCormick's tomorrow to help my boy out. He's got a weird problem where there's an electric trucks, or the electrical systems on them are different than ICE trucks, or ICE, internal combustion engine, not fucking ICE. Oh, stretch from C2S. All right, everybody stretch it out. Thank you, C2S. But yeah, your typical combustion engine vehicle, modern anyway, your chassis and everything is quote ground or negative, whatever you want to call it. Greatest stream always. Well, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that, Fama. 27 bucks Canadian, or whatever it popped, 20 bucks. Oh, okay, 20 bucks US. Cheers, buddy. Appreciate that. But, you know, combustion engine, you know, the frame, the metal, all the shit in there, that's all quote ground or chassis. Well, chassis ground, not ground. Well, on electric forklifts, all the metal is isolated from the rest of the truck. Like, you cannot ground anything to the frame of the truck or you will fuck the truck up. Why it's like that, I'm not quite sure. I know it has something to do with signal paths for sensors and shit, but I mean, that's easy enough to isolate anyway, but that's just how they do it. Oh, no, actually, I'm sorry. It's so that you don't touch the truck, since most trucks are 24 volts and up. That way you don't actually touch the truck and get shocked. So that's what it is. Anyway, something like that. He's got this one truck where you put a battery in it, and it gives this weird fucking error for a bunch of voltages on the computers. But if the battery is sitting outside of the truck, you don't have that problem, which would typically mean that the battery voltage is leaking to the case of the battery. That's usually because, like, it's just crusty. A lot of times the battery just needs to get cleaned. That means there's a bunch of, you know, what we call vanilla frosting all on top of the battery. You know, all the sulfur dust and acid and shit. But then he put another battery in, had the same problem. Another battery in, had the same problem. But then he stuck those batteries in other trucks in there, didn't have a problem. So I have no idea what the fuck's going on, but it seems like something's leaking somewhere. Or McCormick's is also known for having some shit fucking batteries, because we can't afford to get batteries. You're going to have to when, like, most of your fleet is down to like a 3-hour fucking battery. Like, Jesus Christ. But, I'm going to go out there tomorrow, help him out, see if I can figure that out. Because I'm used to dealing with leaking batteries leaking to cases, or there might be a sensor in the truck that a lot of times you'll get like a metal thing, whether it's, you know, a voltage converter, controller, some sensor with a metal housing. Sometimes you'll get a short internal, or you'll get moisture internal that'll short the truck ground to the chassis ground. And you'll get leakage that way, which will throw shit off. So, and I haven't been out there for a while. It's the home of Old Bay. Could be the ground isolator itself. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm going to check all that. I'm going to check the battery, check the truck. Because, yeah, also, on those trucks, what Zenzinger's talking about is you'll have instead of, you know, just running everything to fucking chassis ground, there'll be a standoff post, an isolator post, where you just run all your grounds to that. And that'll be, you know, the truck ground, not the chassis ground. And not a Danish ground either. Add some spice to McCormick's batteries. There is already plenty of spice inside them batteries. That spice is in fucking everything. Everything. That, and when you leave there, you smell like McCormick's for at least the rest of the day. All right, Captain Barrett. Have a good one. I'll let you know about that thing. Assuming you're still here, probably. But anyway, besides that impromptu forklift lesson, I guess I'm going to move on here. Clean that up a little bit. Get some stuff sorted out, and try to wind it down for the night and actually get some sleep. So, appreciate everybody hanging out. I'm glad we got that engine working. Well, that engine working, not that engine, but that starter is showing up Saturday. Well, the motor is, and I got to figure out how to get all this shit off the old starter onto it. I haven't actually looked. I'm assuming there's an Allen key set screw on it. But anyway, I'll let you know how that goes. So, talk to everybody Saturday evening after Clive. Hope you have a good rest of your week, and I will see everybody then. So, be groovy to each other. And I am out of here in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya.